To set up screen time on this computer, I am going to choose the operating system that I have. Go here. I can see that I am on Mac OS Catalina, so I will choose instructions for this operating system. So these are the instructions I'm going to follow to set up screen time on this type of computer. So the first thing I have to do is go to the System Preferences, and then select Screen Time, Continue. So I will notice that this screen time is off, so what I'll do is turn it on. And now I can go to each of these options and set my limits. So if I go to downtime, I can define the time that this computer cannot be used anymore. So I will turn it on. I will require to enter a passcode. We can add limits to add limits. You can choose, let's say I want to do it for iMovie, and I will allow 1 hour, and at the end of this time limit it'll get blocked. Communication. And always allowed. So when it's downtime, you can allow any of these to continue being used. Content and privacy. You can limit adult websites or only allow certain websites. Allow explicit language or not, and allow web search in Siri. Purchase of apps and media. These are the computer apps that you can enable or disable. And in other, you'll find other options that you can also manage. To set parental controls on your child's iPad or iPhone, go to Settings, scroll down, go to Screen Time, turn Screen Time on, and continue. You will be asked to respond if this is your iPad or your child's iPad. This is the same kind of setting for iPhones. You can select downtime, when it starts, when it ends. I'm going to skip this. You can set app limits by categories or all of them. Settings for content and privacy. You will be asked to add a passcode. This is the way you can lock all these settings. Okay, so now my screen time is enabled. And I can now go back and edit any of these settings. Again, I have to enter my passcode. And here I can restrict what apps are allowed. And content and privacy restrictions. I'm going to turn this on, and there's a number of options that I can choose from. For instance, here I can make sure that password is always required before downloading any apps. Restrictions on the content of the iPad. For instance, music, I can have only clean music be played. Movies, I can say only 8 type movies, and so on. regarding Siri, I can also not allow any searches, so they don't have any free searching. And I can also enable or disable the explicit language. Here's a quick look at what the settings look like on an iPhone. They're just the same as on the iPad. To enable Safe Search, go to the gear and then turn on Explicit Results Filter. After that, you will see the sign of Safe Search on if this filter is turned on.